What's up, guys? Felipe is back with another video. I was just on a walk, unable to sleep yet again. Yeah, the eternal struggle. The struggle is so real. And I was just thinking about. I had a conversation earlier with a guy, a friend of mine, and he was telling me about how he's having a lot of he's struggling a lot with his dating life, and he kept saying like, "Oh, where have all the good girls gone?" Yada yada. And I was trying to get through to him. I was trying to speak to him, you know? I was trying to relay my experience, but it didn't really resonate with him. And so, you can't save them all. You can't save them all. He doesn't have an Instagram, so he's very unlikely to watch this video. Um, yeah, dude, it's truly it's survival of the fittest. It's survival of the fittest. As sad as it is, if you're going to have limiting beliefs that are going to blind you from the reality of the situation, then it's natural selection working exactly as intended, okay? Because the reality is there are so many girls that are absolutely wonderful inside and out that are just completely under the radar. Completely under the radar. And so this is what I just wanted to tell you guys about the cheat code when it comes to dating, okay? The cheat code is actually going up to people, actually going up to the women you're attracted to and having a conversation. That is the cheat code. It's cold approaching. It's actually having a genuine interaction one-on-one, because everything is digital now. Everything is digital, and so everyone's either on dating apps or they're using Instagram, social media, some form of social media to link up, and that is absolutely a very time-efficient way about going about dating, because it's just implausible for most people to just go out and about into crowded areas and find attractive people and just strike up a conversation. But here's the thing. So the three avenues, right? So social media, dating apps, and I'm going to include like bars and clubs. You're not going to find, in my personal experience, you're not going to find women that are looking to have long-term sustainable dynamics with you in those environments. Not that many anyway, because the ones that are going to get swept up instantly, right? Think about it. Like, as soon as they join the app, if they're looking for something long-term and sustainable, they're going to just get swept up instantly due to the supply and demand curve. There are way more guys on those apps than there are girls. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. You have to just go up to these girls and say hello. That's it. I don't have dating apps. I'm not active on social media. The only way I meet new girls, I literally go up and I say, "Excuse me, miss," right? And I gauge her response. If she's startled, you say, "This is really random, but I just thought you were gorgeous and I had to say hello." And then if she's not startled, if she's immediately engaged and it's just like, I just wanted to say you're absolutely gorgeous and I wanted to say hello. I just use the same line every single time. The same line every single time, right? It's that simple. It's that simple. You have absolutely zero competition. 90% of the girls I approach literally tell me that they have never been approached before. They have never been approached before. You have zero competition in real life. On dating apps and on Instagram, social media platforms, you have all the competition. You have all the competition. And here's a level up, right? One level above, I am really, really into facial aesthetics, right? And so I'm like, I nerd out over, bone structure, skull structure. And so when it comes to determining like sexually dimorphic traits that are just expressly female, right? So like fill trim to chin ratio, like bigonial width to bizygomatic width, bigonial angle, like the things, and then like, yeah, intercanthal distance, so like the distance between the two medial canthi relative to eye width, like those features, right, that are responsible for a woman, making her look more womanly. Like, most people don't have that analytical mind, right? And so the girls that aren't wearing any makeup, right, they kind of, maybe they have a little bit of acne and they're dressed very conservatively, right? They're not dressed provocatively at all, but they have excellent bone structure. They have excellent facial features that are just completely hidden. They're just completely hidden. This is the market inefficiency that you need to take advantage of, right? Like, you need to absolutely identify, like, look at the faces of 100 girls that you're sexually attracted to, and identify the similarities between the faces, among the faces. Because if you do that, then you're going to be able to pick up on these, what I'm saying, the market inefficiencies, right? So like the girls that I approach, they either don't have any photos on, so they have like 0 posts on Instagram, or they don't have Instagram at all. Does that make sense? So the only way you're going to interact with these girls, pending that you're like in their social circle already, is by just walking up and saying hello. You have zero competition, and you have 0 prospective competition. Like, no guys are going to find out about her, right? Because no guys are going to approach. No one approaches. It's literally the craziest cheat life hack ever. Insane. It's absolutely insane. And think about what a girl not wearing any makeup communicates. It's like the ultimate mental health flex. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to a girl talk about like, oh, I spent like 30 minutes like choosing my outfit, like outfit anxiety, yada yada, and it's like, oh my god, like it's such a pain to do like 30 to 40 minutes of makeup every day, and it's like, oh, I'm too lazy to take it off, yada yada. It's such a mental health flex for a girl to wear conservative clothing, like just not provocative at all, not wear any makeup, and have an absolutely cordial like interaction with you. It's actually the craziest mental health flex. And then guess what? Most of these girls that I go on dates with, they have an excellent relationship with their father. They respect their father. They do not have daddy issues, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is where the good women are, right underneath your nose. They're ubiquitous. They're omnipresent. They're everywhere. They're just not, being focused on. Because the public consciousness is focusing on girls that are more promiscuous, doing activities on OF, like, to each their own. It's a free country. I respect and love everybody. But when it comes to the traits that make for a really outstanding partner, romantic partner, yeah, dude, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the pudding. So when you see a girl that you think is gorgeous, right, just walk up and say hello. Excuse me, miss. I didn't mean to bother you, or this is really random, but I just thought you were gorgeous and I had to say hello. That's it, dude. And like I said, so I mentioned in a previous video, the contact info acquisition rate, so the rate at which I got an Instagram or a phone number, is about 40%, right? It's about 40%, and then so like at the end of it all, I only end up going on about like 8 out of 100, like 8 out of 100 girls I approach, I end up going on a date with, right? And so it's like, you think you may get discouraged, being like, oh yeah, you're gonna get rejected 92 out of 100. I'm a yikes, dude. Like, I am the most cringy. Like, if there were a documentary crew, like just filming my interactions with girls, like, oh my god, it would just be a cringe marathon, right? So even someone like myself, that's just absolute cringe lord 9000, is still getting 8 out of 100, right? So that's 12.5%. That's like, so if I told you, right, if I sent you to Vegas and was just like, yo, dude, you just need to pull on the slot machine 13 times and you're gonna get a jackpot, wouldn't you do it? Absolutely you would. Absolutely you would. There's no difference. There's absolutely no difference. You just have to put in the volume. You just have to do because like, it's not even, most of the time, it's not you. It's just circumstance, right? So they're seeing somebody, or, they're talking to somebody, and that's another thing. These girls, if they're talking to somebody, they won't even entertain you. This is the level, dude. It's such a green flag, because I approached one girl and she was like, not to make any judgments on, I know nothing about her character. So this is just completely just pulling it out of my ass. But this is what happened. I'm just going to report to you the facts. I approached this girl. She was on a run. And I just used the same line, because hi, excuse me, miss, I didn't mean to interrupt you while you're running. I just thought you were gorgeous, wanted to say hello. And then she tells me, we have like a back and forth for like 30 seconds, and then she tells me that she has a boyfriend. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank you so much for your time, have a wonderful day. And then she's like, oh, but I could get your Instagram though. And I was like, that's such a yikes, dude. When I explicitly expressed sexual intent, right? Sexual interest. and she's still trying to get my contact info. Like, that's a yikes. Like, I wouldn't want my girlfriend to do that. I would. So it's like when these girls that I'm approaching, they're like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm talking to somebody." I'm just like overjoyed, right? Like, this is what, like, this is, it's just like, yes, queen, like, please live your best life. And I hope that man really appreciates, like, how good of a person you are. It's so macro sustainable. Yeah, dude, it's truly a life hack. Just walk up and say hello. Just walk up and say, because you have zero competition. It's truly a blue ocean. It's a blue ocean. They don't have Instagram, dude. Like, okay, so there was this one girl from Japan, 0 posts. And then she had some what's it called, tagged photos. She removed those too. And then she had, like, her profile picture was just her, like, you know, in her graduation, whatever. And then she took that down too. It's just a gray avatar. This is what I'm saying. She took it down. Like, what? Like, why do you even have it? Kind of deal. But yeah, dude, like, how could I have ever interacted with her? How did I? You don't even know they exist. You don't even know they exist. Dude, it's all about market inefficiencies. It's all about market inefficiencies. Imagine if Amazon had all the infrastructure, all the services that they're providing now, and nobody knew about them, right? Nobody even knew who Jeff Bezos was or Amazon. Like, that's exactly what we're dealing with. These girls that are absolutely in almost every single conceivable, possible, relevant metric, stunning, like, splendid, just supreme when it comes to, you know, possible wife, just long-term sustainable dynamic. It's just, God bless. They're just so many. They're just so many. And dude, I can only get one. I can only be with one. So please, like, Rachel, like, let's share in this, you know, like, there's more than enough for everybody. God damn. Life is so good. Life is so good if you allow yourself to be open to new perspectives. If you see the world from a first principles perspective, life is amazing. Don't listen to people who don't know what they're talking about. Don't listen to people who have never, you know, done the thing that you want to do. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. I love you very much. I wish you the best when it comes to your dating life. It's so wonderful out here. Life is amazing. Bye.